Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kelsey. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'm going to be doing a revisited video where I'm going to be looking back at my favorites videos from the year 2017 and kind of pulling some favorites that I still really love and sharing them with you. So let's jump right in. I'm going to start with makeup, and then I have a little bit of skin and body care kind of stuff, and then a few random things. So let's start with makeup. I'm just gonna kind of go in order of how I put it on, so it's not in any particular favorite order, but just how I apply it to my skin. The first product is from Wet n Wild, and it is the Photo Focus Foundation. I think I mentioned this in 3 monthly favorites, which is a lot, which this was kind of fun to look back on all of my monthly favorites and see how many products that kept popping up month after month. And then there were some products that I would mention in a favorite because I might have been liking it a lot at that moment, and then it's kind of just gone to the wayside since then. This is just one of those products that has been a constant favorite over this last year. I mentioned it for the first time in January of last year, and like I said, I think I mentioned it 3 or 4 times after that, and that's just in monthly favorites, not any other kind of video. I've bought this a few times. I'm not wearing it today. I'm actually not really wearing foundation today, but it's definitely a favorite for sure. I love this stuff. I will continue to purchase it. I've repurchased it quite a few times. Next, I have 2 concealers. The first one is from NYX, and it's the Gotcha Covered Concealer. Like the Wet n Wild foundation, I had mentioned this a few times in favorites, and I've purchased it, I think 3 times, and so I really love this stuff. This is a great concealer to pair with foundation, or a lot of times I actually end up wearing this kind of without foundation. I just use it to cover up and blend it out really well and just kind of set it with a powder, and that's kind of what I'm doing today, but with a different concealer, and I just really enjoy this. It is quite dewy on the skin, but it is full coverage, and so I really enjoy it. The next concealer is from LA Girl. So I just actually recently got this, so I kind of feel like I'm cheating. But do you ever have one of those products that you know just right off the bat that you love it and you're gonna use it over and over and over, and it just works so well for your skin? This was that concealer for me. So this is the LA Girl Pro Concealer, and I love this. I got it for Christmas, and I actually just purchased this shade, which is the shade lighter than I got for Christmas, to use as kind of a highlight concealer. And it's so good and so inexpensive. I do have one bronzer. I don't use bronzer super often because I kind of like a look without bronzer, but I do like it occasionally. This is from Wet n Wild, and it's Ticket to Brazil. The packaging has kind of all worn off, and I actually just hit pan on it the other day, which was kind of exciting. It's this really nice color. It's not super dark at all. It's pretty tame for a bronzer. It's got a little bit of a glow to it, but just adds a really nice color and warmth and sheen to your skin. I really love it. I have a blush from Tarte. It is the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush, and this is in the shade Party. This was from the little sample Sephora birthday set that they had this year, and I love this color. I hit pan on this one the other day as well. It's so pretty. It's the perfect pink. It's kind of neutral. It's not too warm. It's not too cool. It's not mauve-y. It's just a really neutral pink color. And it's so pretty, and it wears fantastic on the skin. The second blush is what I'm wearing today, and it's from Pacifica. It's this little blush duo. I got this from Ipsy. I couldn't tell you the shade name on this because there's literally nothing on it that says anything to that fact. But there's 2 shades in here. This one is the one I use most often. It's kind of a warm apricot-y shade, and then this one is a little bit deeper, a little bit more kind of bricky, but both of them are beautiful. I'm actually wearing this one quite a bit on my cheeks. I use a big blush brush and apply it like everywhere. And then this one I just did a touch like on just kind of the tops of my cheeks, and I love it. It wears really well as well. It lasts a long time. It looks really nice on the skin. There's a slight sheen to it, but there's no like shimmer or glittery things in it. It's just really nice and natural looking. I have two highlights. The first one is from Essence, and it's the Pure Nude highlight. And this was quite popular around a year ago. I got this for Christmas last year, and I have got quite a bit of use out of it. You can't really tell because it looks like there's so much product in here. But it is like the prettiest, neutraliest color ever, and it's kind of subtle. It's definitely on the subtle side for highlights. I enjoy it though. I typically kind of go for a subtle highlight look, and it's just beautiful. It almost has like an iridescent kind of look to it where it's very like neutral looking, but in kind of certain lights it almost has like a greenish, pinkish kind of tint. It's just really pretty and so affordable. Next highlight is from Urban Decay, and it is the Afterglow. I think that's what their highlights are called. It's in the shade Sin, and I got this in an Ipsy. This was actually in my products to use up by the end of 2017. I started it like at the beginning of October, I think, and for some reason I thought I could use this because it was like small, so I was like, oh yeah, no problem, I'll just finish it. Not even close. Like, there's so much product in here, but I'm okay with that because I love it. I'm gonna try and swatch it next to the Essence highlight. So this was the Essence one here, and then this one is Urban Decay. It's hard to tell, but it's really pretty. It's a little bit more golden, and it's kind of, I don't know, it's a little bit more silvery, but like has like yellow flecks to it. It's quite pretty, and it lasts a long time on the skin and in the container, obviously. I'm wearing it today. It just adds a nice glow to your skin. It's, again, nothing too crazy. You can definitely build it up if you want to, but again, I typically just go for something kind of a little bit less crazy. That was it for face products. I'm gonna move into some eye products. So I have 3 eyeshadow palettes for the year 2017. I have plenty more, and it was hard to narrow this down, but I'll tell you the reasoning behind it. So the first palette is probably my most used palette of 2017. It's the Morphe and Kathleen Lights palette. This actually came out at the end of 2016, and I got it right when it came out, and I used it a lot at the end of 2016, and I used it all of 2017. This is what it looks like. I am sorry that you cannot buy this anymore, but I just had to share. This is like my most used palette of 2017. I've hit pan in like a few of these colors. All of these on this side are like ones I use all the time. I always travel with this palette. I can't travel without it because it just has so many basics and like things I use all the time that it's hard to leave behind. My second palette is probably my second most used palette for this year, and I actually got it this spring for my birthday, and it's the Tarte Tartelette in Bloom palette. I really love this. My sisters bought it for me for my birthday. It's got some great colors here. I love these like warm tones up here, and these shimmers are like, or here and here are beautiful. And then you've got some deeper shades there as well that just look really great. They work so good. The colors are pigmented, they blend beautifully, and you can get so many good looks out of this. And this one you can still buy, so. Next, I had to throw this one in because it is a drugstore palette. I honestly, there's like very few drugstore eyeshadows that I go to, and this is one of them. It's definitely up there as far as drugstore goes. The quality is great. It competes with a lot of my like higher end shadows, and it's from Milani. It is the Everyday Eyes in the shade Earthy Elements. It's so pretty. It's warm, which I love. Have been into that lately. But it's got this really pretty like orange shade. This is my favorite color in this palette. These shimmers are pretty, the light shimmers are great, and the quality, like I said, is just top notch. So good. I don't reach for it as often as I should because I get distracted with other things, but I love this and I think the quality is so good, so I had to mention it. The rest of my eye products are from Essence. I love Essence's eye products. I think they do a wonderful job, but I just had to mention a few of them. The first one is this eyeliner, and it's the waterproof dip eyeliner. I'm wearing this as an eyeliner today. I wear this often. It's waterproof, but it's not super hard to get off, but it's just like the best eyeliner. It kind of has a felt tip on here. I would say the one downfall is it's kind of hard to get like a really tiny line, but once you put it on, it's not moving. Like once it dries down, you've got it for the day. You're set. Like I did my makeup early this morning, like 6-ish, and it's 4 o'clock now, and I feel like my eyeliner has held up beautifully, and every time I use it, it doesn't budge, it doesn't go into like my inner corners. It's fantastic. I like the Essence waterproof felt eyeliner as well, but this was a find in 2017, so I thought I would share it. I have a mascara from Essence. It's the Lash Princess False Lash Effect. I feel like this has been going around in popularity on YouTube lately, and I understand why. It's so good. It's beautiful. It's got a great like natural fiber brush. It's really easy to use. It is a little bit long, which is kind of intimidating, but it just applies super easy. You can kind of like really get in there with the bristles and like get at your base of your lashes and build volume. One coat, it looks great. You can build a ton of volume with 2 or 3 coats, and it doesn't transfer. I have problems with like mascaras transferring onto my lid, what's that called, brow bone, or like flaking off and getting all underneath my eye. This one does not, and so highly recommended. The last eye product, also from Essence, is the Make Me Brow. It's a brow mascara. I love this. I've gone through quite a few tubes of this as well. I actually recently, this last tube I bought is a brown one, so this one is the soft brownie brows, and the other ones that I've had in the past have been the blonde shade, which I like the blonde as well. This last time they were out of the blonde, so I went with this one, but I think I actually like this color a little bit better. It's a little bit cooler. The blonde can tend to be a little bit warm, a little bit more golden, and this one's a little bit cooler, and so I really like it. I'm wearing it in my brows every day, and I think it's great. It sets your brows, but it also adds like little tiny fibers, so it kind of helps extend your brows, gives you a little bit more volume and definition. I only have 2 lip products. One is from Wet n Wild, and it's the gel lip liner, and it's in the shade Bear to Comment. This is another product that was in my products to use up by the end of the year. I love this lip liner. There's like just the tiniest little nub left. I probably have maybe 2 more uses out of this, so I didn't make it by the end of the year, but I'm gonna be so close to being done with it. But I love it. I will probably repurchase this. I don't know if I'll get the same shade. Maybe I'll try something else, but I really liked this color. I'm wearing it today, and it's just a great lip liner, super comfortable. It's like almost like lipstick, but in pencil form. Like it's like ultra smooth and like so pigmented, but not drying either, and so I really like it. I'll definitely be picking up another one of these soon. And then the other one is from Burt's Bees. It's their tinted lip balm, and I have it in the shade Xenia. I thought about putting like a lipstick or a liquid lipstick into this video, but honestly, I use this so much. I had to add this, and I've been more into kind of like this kind of a look lately as opposed to like a liquid lipstick, so I am wearing this with this on top of it today, which is one of my favorite combos. This is just such a pretty like peachy nude color. It looks great. It's just like a flush color on your lips. It feels great because it's like chapstick, and so I love these. I've had different ones of these over the years, and I think this one's probably my favorite. So I do have one makeup tool. It's from L'Oreal, and it is their foundation sponge. I had it cleaned, but I used it this morning, so sorry, it's got foundation on it, or concealer, whatever. But I love this. It's so good. You can get it wet, and it's just like, it expands so much. It's like giant and like fluffy and soft, and it just works so great at applying makeup or like blending it out. I just really like it. And pretty affordable. I think it's like $7, which is up there as far as drugstores sponges go, but in the scheme of things, beauty blenders like 27 is much less. I have two skincare-esque kind of things. The first one, actually both of them are from Mario Badescu. The first one is the facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water. I've had a few of these. This is a brand new one. I got this for Christmas, so I'm not breaking into this one yet because I've got some other stuff to use up. I like this as like a toner and as like a makeup setting spray. It doesn't set anything, like honestly, it doesn't like set your makeup in place for the day or anything, but it just feels really nice, and I like the finish that it gives my skin when I put it on. And it's so affordable. I think this size is like $7.50 for 4 ounces. There is a bigger size. I think it's around $10 or so, but I love it. I think it's great quality. It's kind of like more naturally, and I appreciate that. The other one is a toner from Mario Badescu, and it's the glycolic acid toner. I love the benefits of glycolic acid on my skin. I think it does really great things. It's helped me so much with texture and like tone of my skin over the last few years. I started using the Pixie Glow Tonic probably close to 2 years ago at this time, maybe a little less time than that, but I switched to the Mario Badescu one. It might have been early this year, like it might have been early winter. I've repurchased, I think this is the 3rd bottle I've had. It does last quite a while because there's 8 ounces in here, and I believe it's $18, so it's definitely a better deal than the Pixie one. But I really like it. I think it does great things for my skin. I use it morning and night. If not night, always morning, but I enjoy it a lot. One hair care item, and it is from Eva NYC. It's this Main Magic 10-in-1 hair primer. I use this 2 ways. One way, I use it on damp hair, like after I get out of the shower and I'm gonna do my hair, I just kind of like spritz it through my hair, and it adds like some heat protectant and like helps with styling and all that kind of stuff. But my favorite way to use it is on second day hair. So today I have second day hair. I used it this morning. You just kind of do like a little spritz on your hand, and then I run it through my ends. You could spray it directly into your hair and then kind of work it in, but I have quite thin and fine hair that anything like this is going to be way overpowering on dry hair for me. Like my hair would just turn into like 2 strings and it would not be cute. So I love this when I work it in my hands and then kind of like work it through my hair. It looks so good. Second day hair, like I usually try and wait till 3rd day for dry shampoo, but if I add dry shampoo to my roots, sometimes I feel like my ends will look a little dry on the 2nd day, but I want it to be like lifeful. I want it to be full of life and like shiny and bouncy and not crappy looking. And so stuff like that I feel like really helps achieve that. One body care find is a deodorant. It's from Lush. It's the Governor deodorant. If you can see, it's like a gray color. It has charcoal in here as well as like lavender and patchouli and like a bunch of other things. I actually just picked this up like mid-December, but I had tried it a few months before that because I had tried a different Lush deodorant, and the girl at Lush actually recommended this one, but I was like, I don't know, that looks kind of scary and messy, and so I got the other one that looked less scary and messy. But she gave me a sample of this one. She's like, just in case you want to try this one. And I ended up liking that one way more. I liked the other one too, but I liked this one way better. So I got the full size of it in December when I was actually in California for Christmas, and so I love it. and I've had it for like 3 weeks and you can like barely tell there's any gone. So I think I will get quite a bit of use out of this. Lastly, I have like a random thing. So these earrings that I'm wearing, they're just like these little tiny gold studs. I got these for Christmas last year, and I mentioned them a few times actually over the course of this last year, and I just love them so much. They're 14 karat gold, and like they just live in my ears. Like I put them in and like don't take them out for like 2 months, and then my ears are fine. Like they don't turn color, they don't get all weird, but I literally think they were like made for babies, because the stud and then like the part that you put in your ear and the backing is just like the tiniest thing ever, but I love them. And so I will link them below. They were from Amazon. I actually bought them for my sisters this year for Christmas. They're around $20, but I feel like that is like the best $20 ever. Like I love earrings. I like a little tiny stud, but I hate having to like take them out and like losing them and misplacing them, but I also hate when they like turn my ears green, you know? And these ones don't do that because they're gold and like they're beautiful and I love them. So that is my favorites revisited for 2017, which is crazy. We're already like, I feel like we're like mid-January at this point already, and I don't know how I feel about that. But thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. And until next time, bye guys!